Hello, hello, divine people. Welcome back to another edition of Get Fierce Fridays. Wait till you guys see what celebrity lookalike I am going to do today. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful, love the colors, and she is a beautiful singer. So without further ado, this is the lookalike that we are doing, Rihanna. Look at that picture. She is gorgeous in that picture. I am going to do my very best to recreate it. I mean, she is rocking that. So we will see how it turns out. However, I'm very excited. So without further ado, right here, right now, Rihanna Fierce on Damian's Dish. Okay, divine people, let's get down to it. I have my foundation on, I have my brows done, and so now I'm at the point where I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Age Defying Concealer and I am going to start highlighting. So you just want to take a clean beauty blender and a spray. You want to go ahead and spray it nice and beautifully and begin to blend this out, smooth it out, blend it into your skin. And then what I typically do once I have blended it, I take the butt end of the beauty blender and you kind of blend it in even further. Like so. Okay. At this point, you may need to respray your sponge or not. I did not because I gave it a pretty good spray the first time, so I did not respray it. And my skin, it sucks because my skin has been a little bit irritated lately. Like you can see this texture here. I usually don't have that showing like that, but you know what? We are gonna work with her. I will not fire her. I will work with her. Okay, once again, I'm still not going to respray it. I still feel a little bit damp on there, so I'm just gonna move right along. I'm gonna take my Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I absolutely love this stuff. If you guys do like to work with loose powders on top of your concealer, or if you bake, I don't bake with this, but I do work with it on top of my concealer. I absolutely love it. You should feel it going on. It feels so cool and refreshing, and it feels wet. You're like, wait, hold on, is my face getting wet right now? But it is so awesome, and then plus it just leaves you with such a smooth, airbrush looking finish. So without further ado, I'm going to use this. And I like to use an angled brush when I am putting my Becca loose powder on because I really like to get there underneath my eyes. Okay, all the parts that I just put my concealer is where I am now going to be putting this Becca powder. Bam. So, like I said, I do not bake, so I am going to pretty much immediately swipe it away. Okay, so what I typically do is I use a powder brush, and that's what I use to kind of wipe the loose powder away. If you guys are used to using this powder, then you know that sometimes you can get flashback. However, I have found that when I use a pressed powder or even a bronzer with the swiping it away, you will not get flashback. So there is a helpful tip. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my eyeshadow primer on. And because of the colors that we are working with today with Rihanna's look, I am going to be using a really pretty kind of shimmery type base, because I really think it's going to bring the eyes out with her, you know, the color. I'm going to be putting up the picture, you know, a few times throughout this video. And but I want you to see right now, I'm going to put it up, and do you see how the eyeshadow is super bright and like super shimmery? And so this powder that I'm going to be using from Urban Decay, or excuse me, eyeshadow primer that I'm going to be using from Urban Decay, and it is in color Minor Sin. That is really going to help the eyes pop with the eyeshadow and whatnot. That is probably how she has such a lovely shine to her eyes. I just take it on my ring finger. I take my other ring finger, smash it all together, and apply with my finger. You want to get the entire lid. Again, this is really going to help with the applying of your shadow. I don't know why, I've always used my finger to apply my primer for my shadow, like always. Do you guys feel more comfortable using your finger, or do you like using a beauty blender, or do you like using a brush? Comment below. Okay, so in order to set this primer that I have just put on, I'm gonna go way back to Naked Palette number 1 from Urban Decay. I'm going to take, the color is actually called Naked, and I am going to set my primer. It is a color that is very similar to my skin tone, and that is why I'm using this one to set it. Notice again how I'm not dragging it. Because before you set it, it might be tacky a little bit. And so really what you want to do is you just want to pat it on in order to set it. That way, when you do start dragging your colors, like when you start getting into your transition shades and the other colors that you're going to be using, it is not going to, it's not going to like be patchy. It'll apply evenly and nicely. So when you're setting it, you want to press to set it. Once it's set, you can begin dragging it like you would normally apply your eyeshadows. Okay, let's start on the eyes. So this Luxie 250 brush, it is always my go-to brush. Well, lately it's been my go-to brush for my transition shade. So I'm going to take this. I am going to take a color from the Morphe Babe Palette. I will have all the colors and whatnot for everything I used in my description at the end of this video. I'm going to begin to apply my base. Okay, now I'm just going to take a step back and assess the situation. I'm going to clear off any excess eyeshadow that's on this brush right now. All I do is take a paper towel and I kind of swoop it around just to clear it off, because now what I want to do is go back in and blend. I just want to be sure I don't have any like patches or anything harsh looking on there. So again, I'm just taking a paper towel, going like this with it, and then I'm going to blend. Okay, the other eye. Okay, yes, honey, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go take a look at her picture and I will be right back. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch brushes, and I'm gonna get, it looks like she has like a really pretty chocolatey brown, chocolatey maroon type brown on the outer corner. It's not necessarily where you know, do the triangle here. It's kind of just like this. And so that is what I'm going to attempt. And again, I'm going off of the Morphe Babe Palette. Okay, now the other eye. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a third color, and it is like a really pretty berry color that I'm going to go in with. I'm going to stick with this brush because this brush is really good for really getting in your crease, and so that's why I'm sticking with this one, because the berry color that I'm referring to, I want to apply it right around here. Now with the other eye and that berry color. I'm loving it so far, so good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take a white or off-white matte eyeshadow, and what I'm going to do is I am going to apply it right around here underneath my crease, right here on my lid. I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to probably stop about right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I see that in the picture she's got her shimmer shine, you know, all in this area. And as you can see, we have some of the berry colors, the darker browns color that we were using. I just want to give it the best surface that I can, the lightest surface, so that the shimmers will really pop and come through. So that is why I am going to utilize a kind of a white or an off-white color. I will show you what I mean. So I'm going to take this, it's a tapered brush because I want to go like this with it. Just begin to apply it down below. So do you guys see the difference there? How now I've got a nice clear space to put some shimmer on as opposed to this side. Okay, now I'm going to do the same. I don't know why I always do this. I always go back to my first eye and kind of touch it a little bit after I'm done. I don't know why I do that, but I do. Sometimes I go back to the side too. Now I can go in there with some beautiful shimmer, the shimmers that she has, and put it on. I just really want it to pop, which is why I decided to do that. And before I actually put the shimmer on, I am going to go over the outer third just to darken it up a little bit further. And I'm going to kind of take a mixture of the chocolate brown color and the berry color. Yeah, not too much, but I just want to darken it up a little bit. Something like that. And now I'm going to take a blending brush and just kind of blend it out. No product, I'm just going to blend it out, and it's angled because I want it to keep with that kind of triangle type surface. I mean, that's what I always say, you guys. It is all about blending. That's it. Blend, blend. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shimmer. Okay, so with this next part, I am going to do a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to take this brush to actually apply the shimmers, but I'm going to not spray it. I want to see how it's going to come out if I don't spray the brush, and so just bear with me. And it looks like she has some shimmer, not just right here, but kind of up here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag some of it from right here. And I'm just going to add some shimmer shine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another color, but this time I am going to spray the brush. I want it to pop more than it is. Okay, yes honey, that's what I'm looking for. I wanted it to pop just like this. What I might even do is add some liquid Tila. So I'm going to take some of this liquid Tila in the color Grace, and I'm going to add a little bit on here. Sometimes I take my finger, it actually brings out the color even more. Okay, so now for the inner corner, I am going to go in with my liquid Tila again, but this time it is Peachy Sheen. Just right there in the corner. Now watch this, because it looks like there is like a white in the corner, a white shimmer. So now what I'm going to do is, while this is still feeling wet and tacky, I'm going to take some Morphe. I will have the color for you. But I'm going to add it right in the corner there. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what's popping. Yes. Ooh, look at it, look at it. It's turning out so good. Wow, beautiful. Nice. Okay, let me stop staring at it. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and I will be right back with you. Okay, now that both eyes are applied on the top, how to my liking. So now I'm going to go on with the eyeliner, and it does not appear that she has a wing. And if there is a wing, I'm looking at the picture right now, but if there is a wing, it's a really slight one, really short one. So I am going to go in with NYX Epic Eyeliner. And again, I'm just going to do a line, probably not a huge wing, because it does not look like she has one. I think my eyeliner is leaking. Like it's coming out crazy. Okay, so if you guys ever kind of mess up a little bit on your eyeliner, you see this here, how it is out of place. What I typically do to fix it is I will take the same color of wherever it's kind of messed up, and I will go over it with that color. And voila, you're all fixed up. Okay, so I am going to apply the eyeliner on this eye next. So my eyeliner is like leaking big time, so I'm gonna apply it off camera. I will be right back. Okay guys, so I finally got my leaking eyeliner to cooperate, and now what I'm going to do is go in with my magnetic eyelashes. If you guys have not seen my video about the Moxie lashes, magnetic eyeliner eyelashes, you should check it out, because I mean, it is so easy for me to put on eyelashes now. I used to not be able to do it at all. Now it's a cinch. Watch. Wham, bam. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I absolutely love using them. This is the pair that is called Sassy. They have Flashy and Classy. I have been meaning to actually go pick up, well, you order online, to go get it. And so I'm going to, because I am obsessed with these. Okay, now that we got the top portion of the eyebrow, the eyelashes looking right, I'm going to go in and start with the bottom portion. I am going to add black liquid or black eyeliner, because she definitely has some prevalent black eyeliner on her waterline. I'm taking this Bestow brush and I'm going to use my Sigma gel liner. Especially for your waterline, I have just completely noticed that with the gel liner, it stays on. You know how sometimes you put some eyeliner on the bottom and like 2 seconds later it's gone? Well, that doesn't happen with the Sigma gel liner. Okay, so I have my waterline gel Sigma eyeliner applied on the bottom. She's got even kind of a thicker layer of black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to take some black eyeshadow from my Morphe Babe Palette, and I'm going to add just a tad bit more of black eyeshadow to my waterline. Yeah, that's how she has it. Let's do the other one. Make sure you're connecting your top and bottom. Just make it looks a lot better when you're connecting it like that. I'm going to begin to put a couple of eyeshadows that we used on top. I'm going to begin to put it here. Okay, and then she has a shimmer on the bottom as well. So let me add that shimmer color. It's like in layers. So we've got the black, we've got one of the matte berry colors, and then the third layer is the shimmer. Okay, now the other eye. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Almost done with eyes, almost done with us. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my bottom lashes. Her bottom lashes are super long, so I don't know if she's got extensions on the bottom or what she has going on. I highly doubt mine are gonna get that long, but we can try. Let me try this other one too. Well, that is about as good as it's gonna get on my bottom lashes. So let me go in and do the other eye. All right, well, that's all they got for me. Okay, so now the face is next. She definitely has bronzer on. She definitely has highlighter on. She definitely contoured her nose. Let's get started with all that. Bronzer, this is my go-to bronzer for a while. It is Morphe in the color Blogger. And then what I always do after I put my bronzer on is I take this big fluffy brush and I kind of just make sure there's no harsh lines. You know, I don't want a harsh bronzer. I just want to look like I've been kissed by the sun. So I don't want like a harsh line or anything of bronzer. This is pretty much the only blush that I have, although it's been working out for every look that I've been doing, because I did not wear blush until very recently. I never wore it. I never thought I needed it. But then once I put it on, I was like, whoa, I've been missing out. Where have you been? Right in front of my face. I just haven't been using it. So my husband edits my videos, and every time I put blush on, he says that I creep him out because, because I do this. He said that the smiling creeps him out. I'm like, what? I'm just trying to get my blush looking right. Okay, now I am going to contour my nose. So this has been my go-to situation for contouring my nose. It is Makeup Revolution. It is a liquid contour stick. And that's just kind of what I've been doing for my contour, like so. And this. It just works really well, so that's my go-to. So sometimes what I will also do though is take the brush that I used for my Morphe bronzer that I applied, and I don't put any more product on it. I just kind of go over the contour, just to really give it the definition that I'm looking for. Okay, now for the highlighter. Highlighter. Just joking. But it is time for the highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with two different highlighters. I mean, this is the situation by the time I am done, or near done with my makeup. We are just a hot mess. Look at this. I don't know why I'm showing you. This is the hot mess that's on my hand and my wrist and my arms by the time I'm done with my makeup. Alrighty. Voila. So what I typically do for the highlighter, again, I use my ring finger. Anytime I touch my face with my finger, I will, well, unless I'm, putting on moisturizer or washing my face, then I will use the whole thing and I will go in circular motions. However, if anytime I touch my face with makeup, it is always with my ring finger. And you probably know it's a well-known adage that your ring finger is the lightest touch, lightest weight on your face. And especially at the age that we are getting at now, you gotta really take that into consideration. So that's why I use my ring finger. Little on the nose, bam. And up here, kind of by that blush. Other side, okay, and then I go above here. Chin, and then I eventually get my Cupid's bow. Cupid's bow. So this is the brush that I typically use to blend out a highlighter. Well, I have a couple of go-to brushes. It's this one and this one. Like this because I don't want to take off my blush at the same time that I'm putting my highlighter on. Sam Marcel Paris highlight palette. So when I use, see now this one, the Tila is kind of like a, not liquid but not powder, so it's kind of like a dewy finish. And so when I use powder highlighter, I go in with my brush automatically. Like I don't take my finger typically and start doing it. I usually just use the brush. I mean, and especially this, it just gives some pop to your highlighter. That weird thing again. And then I go into my Cupid's bow. We are almost done. So then at this point, I will take my fluffy brush and once more, I will just kind of go over my entire face, make sure there's no harsh lines, make sure everything is kind of getting along with everybody else and not out of place. Make sure they all know their place up on my face. And yeah, that's probably the last time that I will use that this round. Now the lipstick. Have you guys taken a look at her lipstick? I'm going to show you the picture again. Look at how gorgeous that color is. So I have a color like that, but I don't know if it is going to be matte. Like her, that gorgeous color is a matte color. You can completely see right when you're looking at the picture. So I may not be able to get it matte like she has it, but I do have the color. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, I have been swatching up my hand because it sucks I don't have it, but I think the one that I have settled on is going to be this one. Like this one is like almost a blackberry, but it is from Maybelline Vivid Matte Look. Well, there's the good news, at least it's a matte, just like in her picture. So here we go. I'm a little bit disappointed because the other one I had was just perfect. It was the exact match. Well, life goes on. Let's see what we can do. So I have a little trick if you guys like getting your Cupid's bow, if you like that definition in your makeup. That's how I like to do it. I know some people like to kind of cover their line up here, but I like to accentuate it with the liner and the lipstick. So you can really make it pop and get it really super accentuated by applying it like this. And then bam, you can super see it. Super see it. Okay, well. Let's see how this one does. It's super dark. Super duper. least it's matte. I don't know. I shouldn't see the color at all. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I didn't give it time. Give Sister Girl a chance. Look, it's so old. What was that? Am I putting on Jaclyn Hill's lipstick here? I'm just joking, that was so mean. I like Jaclyn Hill. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my liner, because I just wanna be sure it's nice and beautified. Well, nice and defined. Yeah, that is that. Man, I'm so disappointed that I don't have the lipstick that I wanted, but this is what we're gonna have to settle with today. It's a little bit darker than hers. Okay, so now I'm going to finish this look off with my NYX matte finish. They have a dewy one, which I have that one too, and then a matte finish. And because the lipstick's matte, I'm gonna go ahead and do a matte finish. Ooh, nice and refreshing. I like to kind of press it in, it'll make your makeup stay a lot longer. Okay, you guys, well, this is it. How do you think I did? Please don't mention the lipstick. I'm just joking. You can if you want, but dang it, I'm so mad because it was gonna be perfect. But anyway, how do you think I did? Do you guys think that I look like Rihanna's, well, that my makeup looks like Rihanna's? How was the recreation? And if you guys could choose, would you want to choose somebody for me to recreate? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because on Friday we get fierce. Wednesdays, we're working on your inner beauty. So Wednesdays is Get Woke Wednesdays, and Fridays is Get Fierce Fridays. And this, okay, is fierce. Okay, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.